I am so excited to be doing this monthly roundup because I feel like this last month has been a very good month for beauty. It's been a good month for our everyday makeup looks, and I'm thrilled to give you a little roundup of what my favorites have been, because for those of you who are up to speed on all the videos, you're watching all the vlogs. I know not everybody watches them. Some people are only here for the makeup, some people are only here for the monthly favorites and the roundups, and that's why I continue to do them, because it's nice to streamline it and be like, all right, here's all the things that we loved this last month. And as always, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Please let me know all the products that you have been loving or not loving. Give us the tea, let us know your thoughts. Also, LOL that it's like April spring vibes and the fireplace is on. It's freezing, I don't know what to tell you, but praying and hoping that the sun is out to stay very soon. But anyway, my friends, let us dive in. These are all the beauty products that I have been loving over the last month. I've got to start very strong with the House Labs. I always forget what this is called. Triclone? The Triclone is what throws me off, but it's the Skin Tech Foundation. This was a rediscovery, a shopping my stash moment. This is a product that I used back when it launched. I tested it out. Never really, I didn't feel anything in particular about it. Nothing that made it a favorite. I didn't end up putting it in my daily makeup lineup, but this rediscovery, wow, I have been loving this one so much. It's a little bit more coverage than I normally do on an everyday basis, but I've kind of just been loving feeling a little bit more glam when I do my makeup, especially because I do such minimal natural makeup on a daily basis. It's kind of just been nice to just have that wash of yeah, skin perfection, but it's so dewy. This is like a dry skinned person's dream. I've said it before and I'll say it again to my oily skin gals out there. I don't know what this is like for you. You guys got to tell me, but I have been loving the finish of this, and I feel like whenever I do my makeup with it, I'm just glowing from the heavens. Sometimes it's a little bit too glowy. I got to really double down on the powders if I want to minimize that shine, but the other part of this foundation that I love is it's so long lasting. I don't sweat it away. It's not peeling off by the end of the night. I'm just still glowing by the end of the evening, and that makes me so happy and great for travel as well. When I'm going to events and I need my makeup to look good for a long time, not great travel packaging. It's very heavy and not the smallest, but foundation, excellent. The one downside of having creamy glowy makeup is that your hair sticks to it all the time. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about my cream bronzer contour favorite of the month. This is the Vive Modern Radiance bronzer. I have this one in the shade Light, and this last month I used up my Makeup by Mario what's it called? Transforming Skin Enhancer? Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, which I loved so much. We used that to the very bitter end, and this is the next product that I've added to the daily lineup. I love the color, and I love how soft this is. It has a really nice blurring effect that still makes it look natural. I think the tone is really perfect, especially when I'm just sitting in my natural skin tone. This is a very good shade match for me. I also have medium, which is nice and deeper for my more self-tanned summer days, but the light shade, beautiful. I love the packaging. And there's a lot of product in here. There's a lot. I don't see me using this up, definitely not as swiftly as I used up the Makeup by Mario one, but I love the color. It blends out so easily and it looks so natural on the skin. And because it has that little bit of a blurring finish, it's not too creamy and dewy. Some cream bronzers can be a little bit wet looking on the face. This just looks like you've been naturally blessed by the sunshine, yet chiseled by the gods at the same time. I don't know how that happens, but it's magic and I love it. I have never had more questions about what I've been wearing on my eyes than I have been over the last few weeks, and it's been the same thing. I posted my everyday makeup for spring. This is the Armani eye tint, and this is all that I've been wearing on my eyes. This by itself, every once in a while, maybe I put a little shimmer on, but if you have seen me in some kind of a matte, natural eyeshadow and you're like, wow, what's that shade? It's been this. This is all that I have been putting on my eyes. It sets in, it does not crease, it lasts all day long. This shade in particular is beautiful. It's a little bit more on that taupey, cool toned side, so it just gives you a little wash of something. They have some deeper shades too, which are so beautiful. They have really beautiful dark chocolate brown colors that are gorgeous. They also have gorgeous shimmers. Anna, aka the Anna Edit, has been raving about the eye tints for years and years, even back when they were in their old, long, skinny packaging. I mean, the eye tints have been around forever, but they remain favorites for good reason. Pulled this out of the stash, and the eye tint is wow. It's been my favorite thing to just wash on my lids, so easy to blend out. And they're just having a resurgence. They're having their moment online right now, and they are beautiful. I have to talk to you about the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara. It's the only mascara that I have used all month long. I brought it with me on all of my recent trips, and I have never, ever, hear me now, Out of all the mascaras I have ever used, I have never experienced one that does not smudge or does not flake at all in the slightest, no matter how long I keep it on my eyeballs. I don't know how long that's gonna last for. I don't know when this is gonna expire or be done for me, but it's now been a few weeks and I can't believe it. You guys know, I love to just skip mascara. Sometimes my eyes are just too sensitive. Sometimes my eyes get irritated. If any little flakes fall into my eyeballs, I'm just like bloodshot eyes all day long. Like I have very, very sensitive and very dry eyes. And so a lot of mascaras, as I've said, have recently really been irritating me. And this one, I just don't feel it. I don't notice it at all. It is a little bit tougher to take off. It's very long lasting indeed, but I just don't feel it. I don't feel any of that heaviness. It's really light and fluffy. It's not the most volumizing mascara I've ever used, but it's just that kind of mixture of all the worlds. It's lifting, it's separating, it's volumizing. It just, all around, Lisa made a perfect mascara. And I do not say that lightly. This is one of the best mascaras I've ever used, and I just need it to be more readily available for the consumer because wow. I wanted to mention the Benefit Precisely My Brow Wax because this was a new product that I introduced over the last few weeks. Most of the time I'm pretty lazy with my brows. I do like to just fill it in, put in a brow gel or some kind of laminating feathery thing. I like to keep it simple. The tinted like fiber brow gels, all these things, usually it's fun to play with it, but they don't really keep a lasting spot in my everyday makeup. But I have really been wowed by this, and I'm still using my clear brow gel with it because I just find I like to do that all over, brush with the clear brow gel, but it wouldn't necessarily be necessary if you were just wanting to use this. But you just put this in your brows and it just stays put. Like the wax is waxing. I don't really know the science behind it, but I want this formula, this waxy feeling in a clear option because I don't always love the tint. But I've been using it every day and I've been doing my makeup so much more, and I think it's because I've been so happy with my roundup that I've actually been excited to do my makeup again. The mascara is staying put, my brows are staying lifted, the skin is glowing. Like I am just, this has truly been the best upgrade that my everyday makeup has ever seen, and this is one of the products that has been a favorite for sure. Now I do have a few lip products that I wanted to mention because I think there's just been so many lip launches. I feel like I say that every single time I talk about new lip products or I do a favorites video because I'm not loyal to one lip product. I will try anything that kind of comes through, any color that tickles my fancy. If it's a good shade of pink, if it's a good lipstick formula, like I'm down to try it. I'm down to play in the lips and the blushes usually, always. But I have to say that obviously the bold lipstick that has been the most used and loved was the Dior number 784. I could have sworn I already mentioned this in a favorites video, but if I did, that's okay. We're mentioning it again. I went to the launch in LA with Dior for this. They came out with 69 shades. And when we were at the event, I was swatching all the lipsticks. They sent us their kind of like iconic shades, like their classic red 999, their classic nude shades, nude 100. But this shade 784, Rouge Rose Velvet. Oh my, what a beautiful, beautiful pink. And it's so funny because when I've talked about it in the videos, in the footage, for whatever reason, it looks quite red and people are like, oh wow, love that red lipstick. And I'm like, this is so pink to me. Like in person, when I'm looking at it, if I hold this next to a red, like it's so pink. So I don't know why in a few of my videos it was leaning more red. I don't know why that happened, but it is a pink. It is a bold matte pink and it is beautiful. I love it so much and I'm thrilled with this new addition to my bold lip lineup. Now, lots of lip glosses, lots of lip oils. It's kind of hard to differentiate between the two. There's so many I love. The Dior lip oils, e.l.f., NYX, Road Ribbon, the Nude Sticks lip tints, like truly I've lost track at this point. There have been so many new gloss products and I have 2 more to talk about because I try them and I'm like, wow, what a beautiful color. And then I wear that same color every single day and I'm like, well, okay. This has been my favorite of the month, the Summer Fridays Soft Mauve Dream Lip Oil. I love the cool tone tint of this. I've really been embracing the cool tones. I've been embracing the silver in my life and my makeup has definitely been following suit and being inspired by that. So this has been a lovely addition to the lip oil category and I love the formula. And then very, very recently, obviously, if you're all caught up in the vids in the gram, Armani Beauty came out with their Prisma Glass lip gloss, but it's oil in lip gloss. The 2 shades that I love are shade 2 and shade 5. Shade 2 is a little bit warmer, shade 5 is a little bit cooler. I actually did put 5 on my lips today, and this one is unique in the sense that it looks really glossy and like really intense on the lips, but it's not sticky. A lot of lip oils and lip glosses can be really sticky and you kind of feel that like veil on your lips and it makes its presence known. This one's really like naked feeling. And then in contrast, the Summer Fridays one, it almost feels like a dry oil in a way. It's not drying on the lips, but it's a little bit more of like a lip stain lip gloss, if that makes sense. Like they're two very different feelings on the lips, but I also love that they came out with very lovely, unique shades, and kind of depending on what colors you're into, there's gonna be a shade for you. So those are all my makeup favorites. If you watch my spring makeup video, you have a pretty good idea of how I've been doing my makeup recently and for the new season, but those are a few products that I wanted to highlight. Now for hair, honestly, I've been gone. I've not been spending a lot of time at home over the last month. I was doing a lot of travel, and this is not normal for me, but I actually traveled with my Airwrap, the Dyson Airwrap, which you guys know I have a strong love-hate relationship with, but I've been doing my hair with the Airwrap every time because I just keep trying to make it happen for me. And I'm kind of enjoying the consistency of it. You know, sometimes you blow dry your hair and do your hair, it's hit or miss. It's 50-50 on how your hair is going to look that day. But sometimes when I just do the Airwrap, I'm like, I know what this is going to look like. And when I'm traveling and getting ready for events and whatnot, I'm just kind of embracing that like more fallen out, blowout look instead of my like big tousled curls. That is usually my go-to. It's like the only hairstyle I know how to do. So I've kind of just been embracing that like more healthy blowout look. It's been consistent for me. I've been happy with it. So I have been using the Airwrap, even though I bitch about it every time I do because it takes me so long. Honestly, the patience that so many of you have using that every single day, I'm impressed. But it's been that and my slick bun, and that's kind of how I've been rocking. Now I do have this new hair mask. This is the Amika Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Mask. I got this a little while ago when I did a little campaign with Cult Beauty. You guys know I've been working with Cult Beauty forever, and I always have my landing page. I have an ongoing discount with Cult Beauty, and this has been the hair mask that I've been using the most. And my hair is just really dry. My ends are really dry and brittle. I haven't like done my hair. I haven't done any highlights or lowlights or anything recently. So I've just kind of been soaking the ends in moisture and trying to keep it as healthy as possible, keeping up with that scalp health. And I feel like my hair has been loving it, and I've been using it lots. And it's a beautiful mask that I've added into the lineup. As far as like bath and body care and skin care, like pretty much everything remains the same. But I did actually purchase this myself. When I saw the launch, when I saw that Jamie Genevieve, Vive, they did their whole launch of their bath and body collection, I was like, ugh. You guys know how I've been feeling about like bath salts and things. Like I'm not down. I've got my giant jugs of Epsom salts, but I'm always down for a nice body wash. And this is the Vive Bath and Body Soak, and it's neroli, amber, and santal scented. And I was shocked when I put this in my bath. You know, sometimes you have some scented things and it can either be like way too floral and it makes me sneeze when I'm going in the bath, or the smell just goes away and you don't really have that experience in your bath. That's been my experience anyway. The smell of this is so nice. It bubbles really nicely, and I've been having a lot of Epsom salt baths lately because I am so sore, and a little bit goes a long way with this. I've made a dent. I'm almost halfway through. The smell is stunning. The smell is luxurious. Is that what it just said? Oh, it does. A luxurious and nourishing gel to cleanse and soothe the skin, and that is exactly what it does. So beautiful launch from Vive. I should have just bought a backup, honestly, because every time I order from Cult Beauty, like Canadians know, you're paying duty, so I should have just done it in one shot. But that bath soak, chef's kiss. The final category I want to touch on, my friends, is fragrance. There's been a lot of good fragrances coming out. We've got new Dolce & Gabbana. We've got new Burberry. There's new Valentino. There's new Prada Beauty. Like there's been so many new fragrances, and they're kind of all, like I'm really enjoying a lot of them. And one thing that I've told myself that I need to do more is actually play more with my scents, because I can be such a creature of habit, and I do have a lot of scents and I need to make my way through them and kind of like I gotta declutter the fragrance collection in a big way. But two of the most recent fragrance launches that I have been very much enjoying has been the Maker fragrances. If you watch that vlog, you know the founders of Fresh Beauty, Lev and Alina, created the Maker Hotel, and now like the Maker lifestyle brand. They have the fragrances. They're now available on Sephora Canada. We got to experience all of the scents. I have sniffed them all at length, and my favorite one out of the bunch is Fire. Obviously, if you guys know my favorites, it's like Replica by the Fireplace, Tom Ford Umber Leather, Malin & Getz Leather, all those like leathery warm scents. Fire, it's like a spicy leather. That's what comes to mind when I smell this. I'm sure that's absolutely not how they would like that to be described, but that's what my lack of vocabulary can give you at this time. Packaging is divine. They smell so beautiful. Lev and Alina are very passionate people, and they put a lot of love into the things that they create, and this scent is like, yeah, beautiful. My favorite from the bunch for sure. And then very, very recently, I was really excited about this because I did the previous Miss Dior campaign, and this is the newest launch in the line. This is the Miss Dior Perfume. Y'all, I don't know what they put in this, but it's not a scent that I normally go for, but it smells so, so good. It's like a sweet scent. It's a sweet, fresh scent. And it smells really feminine. I don't really know how to describe it. My words for describing fragrances are just not there, but out of all of the Miss Dior's that have come down the line, this is my favorite. It's a little bit less floral and more sweet. It's just like I could sniff it all day. When it came to my doorstep, I was like, wow, wow, wow. I love this smell. Also, the new updated packaging is so cute. I love the little print on the side. Anyway, yeah, that's the latest in the Dior fragrance house, and she's a beauty. And that, my friends, wraps up all my favorites from the last month. Those are the beauty favorites that have been living on my face and my body. And it's a pretty good roundup, if I do say so myself. So I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of my favorites. Let me know what you have been loving and not loving. And thank you so much, as always, for being here. And I will see you all very, very soon for a new video. Bye!